The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 6 catches, 63 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. It'll be a tough time.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Another run here with Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now here are the Seahawks in great shape to start their first drive. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Walker now on 1st and 10. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, 22 carries, 83 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 19-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. Clifton. He's got his tight end fan. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Clifton. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field ready for their 2nd drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
On 1st and 10, Clifton. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. The Seahawks at 6 and 2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking to throw. Clifton setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Rashawn Gary, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifton.
He completes this to Walker.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
And Lance going to throw.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Walker. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Walker is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Walker once more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Walker. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 44, Lance. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Lance now on 1st down. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Again, it's Lance. And that is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. They will find Davis. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Lance. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Going for it with Sanders. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clifton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Clifton.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. Looking to throw. Clifton going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch call for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Throwing now is Lance. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series.
To throw on second down, Clifton repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Again, he'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 70. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Blankenship out for the point after.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And the Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
This is the tight end fan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on first down, Clifton.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the gun, it's Walker to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Clifton. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Straight ahead, Walker.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Clifton. And incomplete on the deep ball. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Back to throw. Clifton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Here's Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Loose inside the 30.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Following the fumble recovery, Clifton.
That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifton buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Clifton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the press. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Clifton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Lance.
He's going to air one out.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. 65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. To throw on 3rd down, Clifton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will remain at 23.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Another run with Sanders. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle, down to about the 45.
Miles Sanders, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Lance toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. On play action, Lance. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. On the Seahawks.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. That swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And Lance now to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And Lance going to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, But this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Clifton. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 39. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Walker with another carry.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. From the gun on 3rd down, Clifton. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Lance now on first down.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance being chased out left. He'll get this one complete to Davis.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
That's brought in by Davis over the middle.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Forced out to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Now Lance.
Steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Again, it's Walker.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout. So